It's good, everybody. You know what I'm saying? Back in the building with another episode of the Cozy Corner.
Super
Super
Bowl.
Super Bowl Sunday is the same thing I was just gonna say. Super Bowl Sunday. Um, we about 2.5 hours away from kickoff. And before we get into the main topic of the episode, Super Bowl predictions. Who you got, my guy? And who's gonna win MVP?
So if the if the Rams win, Odell Beckham MVP.
Hmm.
If the Bengals win, give it to both of them LSU boys, man. Well, shit, Jamar Chase or Joe Burrow, whichever one.
But who do you think is gonna win the game?
I'm really not confident in either. Well, not saying either of the teams, but in either pick. If I had to choose, I'll go with the Rams. But that sounds crazy because I've been with the Bengals the whole playoff, so
Yep.
that's why I really don't want.
Hmm.
I don't know.
For me, I'm going with the Rams. Uh, Super Bowl MVP is gonna be Aaron Donald. So
Yeah, I like that too.
yeah, that's one of the reasons why I'm like, oh no, man, that defense, that front on its own is crazy. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's who I'm
The
rocking with today.
legs warmed up today.
But the thing is, I don't really care who wins. I just want to see a good game.
So I don't care when
Yeah.
he game.
All right, so let's get into to the to the business, man. This whole week was trade deadline week in the NBA. A lot of trades went on. At first, going into this week, thought it was gonna be quiet. There's a lot of rumors swirling, but it delivered, man.
Yeah.
Delivered. We're gonna go through a few different trades. We got some projections going forward for some of these teams, and we're gonna get straight into it. You want to start with like the lower level? You just want to get the big dog now.
The big dog out the way.
All right, all right. So I'm gonna pull up, make sure I don't get nothing incorrect.
But first
One
of all, this
second. Go
if
ahead.
if this trade deadline has made me see anything, bro, this shit fuck around be playing, bro. They might knew James Harden was getting traded 3 weeks ago, bro. They just wanted to drag the drama out.
You never know.
Cause how we go from Steve Nash said he's not getting traded. Everybody said he's not getting traded. Then they talking about they haven't talked to the last day of the trade deadline.
No, no, no. So from I don't know, bro. I have no idea. It's
They,
weird. It's
they just
weird
want
because like I don't know if it's a thing. It's like people don't want to address it for whatever reason it is. They just don't want to address it. Like they know it's a problem. They're just not going.
to.
They just choose not to address it or say nothing about it because it may just fuel more to everything, and that might be the only thing they ask about. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I can see it from that side. But big trade. If you've been under a rock, big trade happened on Thursday. The Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers made a transaction. The Philadelphia 76ers got James Harden and Paul Millsap, and the Nets got Ben Simmons, Seth Curry. I almost said Steph. Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, a 2022 first round pick, which can be deferred, another protected first round pick in 27, and another protected pick in 27 and 28. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. So two first round picks, right? Yeah, yeah,
Yep.
two first round picks. Seth Curry, Andre Drummond, and Ben Simmons. Now, I'm gonna tell you my perspective on it. Going after the playoffs, going into the season, I did not think Ben Simmons would get traded for somebody the caliber of James Harden, irregardless of fit or whatever you want to say. I didn't think he was gonna go for that kind of fish. Didn't know he was going to pull in a big fish for the Sixers. So I can give Daryl Morey credit for that, you know.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. With most of these big trades, I just want to see them play first, so I can get an idea in my mind of what it can look like.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of tricky on both sides. Because for the Philadelphia side, it's like, okay, your guy is Embiid, and James Harden coming in, he's gonna have to commit to being a number two guy. And
Yeah.
what Embiid has done on his own this year has been special. It's just like he's the MVP probably front runner right now. because the stuff that he's doing is like out of this world. He's bringing the ball up the court. He's ISOing, hit all mid-range jump shots, posting up, setting screens, rolling, finishing lobs, doing
Yeah, of
everything. Did you see that boom he had on Jarrett Allen last night? Oh my
course.
lord.
He'll rock on his
Oh my lord.
all
Yeah,
right though.
but it's like,
Part of the game.
yeah. I, I mean, Jarrett Allen ain't got dunked on a few times. He not gonna stop jumping. Um, but
Why we love to hear it out.
yeah, can't be scared. But going with James Harden, I don't know, man. In my opinion, I just prefer Bradley Beal, but I don't. I don't think Bradley Beal was available. So you get what you get for somebody that wasn't playing on your team. So I'll give the Sixers the benefit of the doubt, and hopefully this works out for them. But for the Nets, yeah, I'm gonna let you go ahead and say what you think about the Sixers, because for the Nets, it seems like I like the idea of the deal for the Nets more than the Sixers in the
But
future.
I mean, you said you like the idea for who in the future?
The Nets.
Yeah. Um, really with the Sixers, I just like when we first talked about it, I was all for James Harden and Embiid, but
Hmm.
you definitely saying that, like you said, it's only one ball, so it's interesting to see how that works. So that definitely, you saying that definitely made me be interesting to see how it works because we'll see. It is
Yeah.
only one ball, like you said. That boy Embiid is playing crazy right now. Only thing I really had to say about it is just feel like this is just. I mean, I get why the Sixers are going to do it because Embiid's in his prime right now, and they don't want to waste this season.
Yeah.
So they figured, let's go get James Harden. Let's see if we can really win this year. But
Hmm.
I think this is going to take away Joel Embiid's MVP now.
You think so?
Yeah,
Because we
even
only
like you
got
said.
like 25 games left. It's not like it's like
Yeah,
another half of the season. It's like maybe 25, maybe 28 games left. So
yeah. I don't know. I just think the race is still close. Not like Joel Embiid is just. I mean, the highlight plays. Yeah, he got it.
I
But
got him in the lead.
yeah,
He's an automatic 30 every night.
yeah. So is Jokic. He did have that triple double last night.
No, I don't think he had a triple double. He had a double double. He had the game
Oh,
winning block.
Embiid had a triple double last night.
Yeah, Jokic had a game winning block though.
Yeah, he
He's
did.
I seen
I
that
seen that live.
live. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely put that shit on the glass. That's what I'm saying. I don't. And Embiid and what's his name? Jokic's not playing with Jamal right now.
Mm-mm.
Jokic don't win no MVP with Jamal out there in the last year, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So I just, even though like you said, there's only a couple games left, so hopefully this doesn't fuck up his shit.
But
But
at the same time, it's like, okay, there's only 20 odd games left, and you have to figure out they're gonna have to figure out how to mesh and how to work in tandem together too,
yeah,
because this
we'll see how they
deal,
right now.
yeah. You said what seed are they? I can pull it
Yeah,
up. I'm gonna pull it up on my phone because I don't want that bright ass screen. Um, I feel like they're 5 or 6. Let's see.
yeah, we can't. If he
They
has
are
James
the 2
Harden,
seed right now.
yeah, if he has James Harden and he's not at least top four, even though they probably only got 2, 3 games out. Top
Well,
four, top three, he
it's
can't be the
it's
MVP.
a it's a 5 game difference between 1 and 7.
Yeah,
So it's like, yeah.
yeah. If he's not top three, top three, top four,
Hmm.
I can't give him MVP with James Harden. They got to get better.
I don't know, man. I don't know about that, but like it's gonna be interesting to see. And this is like the fun part because you got All Star break, so they'll
Yeah.
probably link up during All Star break, talk over some stuff, get acclimated with each other, watch some film more than likely, and get the ball rolling after All Star break is over, and hopefully it turns out well for them because this deal is a right now trade. It's not a in the future trade. It's a right now trade.
For both teams.
No, I wouldn't say for both because I'm gonna get in. This is gonna lead into Brooklyn because Brooklyn after this year, James Harden had a player option. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Kyrie got one more year left after this. So getting a guy like Ben Simmons is like, okay, Ben Simmons got 4 years left on his contract.
yeah.
So it's like you got stability there, and it's not like for the last time the Nets tried to build a super team, they completely gave everything away, no future, no nothing. And
Yeah.
and this end, they still gave up a lot of stuff last year to get Harden, but they got some stuff back. Like, okay, this didn't work out, but we recovered nicely because we got Ben Simmons now. We still have KD and Kyrie, but we got Ben Simmons now. We got a
Yeah.
couple role players in Seth Curry and Andre Drummond, and we got 2 first-round picks. So it's like I can see that going forward, even if the whole thing doesn't shake out and something happens where the team doesn't want to sign Kyrie because of the choices that he made, which is completely okay with. I don't really care with the decisions he made and how it kind of messes with the team dynamic a little bit. And if even going forward, if it's just KD and Ben Simmons, you still have 2 really good players, and you can just build around that going forward.
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like both teams. One of them teams, they just did all this blockbuster shit. One of them better have a ring in the next 2 years. That's how I feel.
I mean,
Especially James Harden just did all this crybaby shit for the third, fourth time. He better get a ring out this. Then he gonna go over there with Joel Embiid mess up his MVP season. In my opinion, they better get a ring out this. That's all I know.
okay. Now,
'Cause they was acting like like I said. I don't know if I said this last episode. Without Ben Simmons, niggas got swept. Like
mhm,
that's what I'm saying. So they better do something. Both of these teams better do something. And the expectations with Brooklyn Nets been championship. So
yeah,
they really better do something in these next two. Maybe not this season, but if they don't win next season,
mhm,
it'll be a whole lot of waste of time.
yeah,
Then, like they said, Daryl Morey, Mike legacy is definitely tied with James Harden. So
yeah.
he loved it.
Now switching it to like on the court though, how like how do you feel this for the net side? Like when Ben Simmons gets out there and it's weird dynamic because Kyrie's not there all the time, so it kind of throws things off. And I still don't know when KD's coming back. I don't know how many more weeks he got. Probably a couple, 2 to 3, maybe 4. I have no idea. But they've lost what 11 games in a row now. It's like we need some type of juice, and hopefully Ben Simmons can get out there as soon as he can and help them guys out. But I don't really know what else he could do to get him out of this hole. So that's why I'm looking at this trade for the Nets for going forward, starting next year. I'm not even counting this year because of all the BS that's going on with injuries and trades and everything that's going on.
Yeah,
So it's like a
next year's
mulligan.
Kyrie gonna be there.
Say that again.
Like you said, is next year is Kyrie even gonna be there?
Well, I think he's got 1 more year left on his contract, like for next season. So probably, and by the time next season, the mandate's probably going to be lifted, and he's going to be able to play home games. So it'll be a whole different story. And I'm just excited to see that trio. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
because
Ben Simmons about to be great.
that trio would be insane. Oh my god. Oh my god.
I think they about to lift that mandate shit soon. I think Kyrie about to be playing right now.
Yeah, he might. Shit.
Yeah, they're not about to, bro. They're not about to have Kevin Durant in the playoffs without Kyrie.
All right. So
That don't make no sense.
moving on from that, we're gonna go back to one of the first trades that happened earlier on this week. The New Orleans Pelicans and the Trailblazers made a deal. The Pelicans got C.J. McCollum, Larry Nance, and Tony Snell, and the Trailblazers got Josh Hart, Nikhil Alexander-Walker, Tomas Satoransky, Didi Louzada, a 2022 protected first-round pick, and 2 second-round picks going forward. Now, this it's interesting because at least as of this time, we've seen this team, especially the Pelicans, play a couple of games. They lost those 2 games, but it's a chance to see what the actual pieces look like. Even though Larry Nance is hurt and Tony Snell's probably just not going to play because he's an end of the bench kind of guy. But it's interesting nonetheless because you're getting Brandon Ingram some scoring help because he damn sure needed it.
Yeah.
You know.
Did you see they lost last night? CJ had like 30 something.
Yeah, he had like 35 and 11 assists or something like that.
So at this point, it don't even matter. They need Zion fucking with.
Yeah, they do. And it probably will be a good trio once Zion comes back. But I have no idea what to think of Zion, and it was a good deal for the Pelicans because you're getting a guy that's established and a veteran that will be able to give you scoring punch, which you didn't have outside of Brandon Ingram on the floor. you know.
Yeah.
And the more interesting side is from the Blazers side because when this trade initially happened, I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying, clear out some space, and hopefully you just trade everything else and you start building around the youngins. But they said that they want to build around Dame with $21 million in the offseason. So uh, I don't know what to tell you. Josh Hart is a good player. Nikhil Alexander Walker got traded again to Utah for Joe Ingles, which is like a salary dump for the Blazers to make more money to get more money in the offseason. But I don't know who the hell is gonna want to go to Portland to play with Dame. There's nothing against Dame. It's just like I'm not trying to go to Portland, my guy. I don't want to do that. You know.
Yeah. According to my man White Side Snapchat, Portland look pretty nice. I go live in Portland. I don't know these. I don't know, bro.
There's nothing. I
Whoever
don't know what to say about the Blazers because it's just like, what are you doing? Like, what's the plan?
you seen him the other night, they was balling against the Lakers. Josh Hart's getting buckets. Like
Dennis
shit, they
Smith had 6 steals, and Simons was tearing them boys up. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's weird.
Anthony Simons is coming into his own. I mean, it's not like shit. Dame still could take that team to the playoffs. Shit, they could still get to the playoffs this year.
I think they're 10th right now. Let
They're
me
the
double
10th
check.
seed. So if they in the 10th seed, Damian Lillard is coming back for
Yeah,
that playing.
they're 10th. They are. The Pelicans are only a half a game back. San Antonio's a full game back, and Sacramento is a game and a half back too. So that race for the 10 is gonna be crazy, and it might be a race for the 9 too if the Lakers keep losing. It
Yeah.
really might be that. What was I going to say about the Blazers? I don't know. It's just going to be interesting to see how it goes forward because you're getting clearing up all this money, and it's going to be see what you do going forward, bro. For the Pelican side, I do like it. Like I said, you're getting 3 really really high quality role players, or at least 2. God damn it, at least 2 of them that'll help you going forward when you get Zion back. And another thing, like with the Pelicans, I don't want to put all of the eggs in the Zion basket because I don't know. He's still young. He averaged 27 a game last year, but it didn't equate to a whole lot of wins. So
You don't want to put all the eggs in the Zion bag.
because I don't want him to come back and the expectation is okay, we're just gonna win all the games.
Yeah.
Because there's still because the he still hasn't played with Valanciunas, and Valanciunas can shoot the 3, but his place on the court is not like it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be a funky kind of thing that they're gonna have to work through, but that's really all it is for real, for real. So we'll see.
No. The Pelicans already put all their eggs in the basket. They drafted number 1.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did that. They did. Um,
He's averaging 27. Shit.
he averaged 27 last year, but they didn't win a whole lot of games. All right,
This,
you had what'd you say?
shit, I was gonna say this. Go back to your main point though. Who really winning games at 21, 22 years old?
Exactly.
So
That's
you can't say that about Zion. That nigga come back. Shit. With CJ? Even though I don't really like the
they
ball
still
coming
need a
out.
real point guard though, which they don't
It's with
have.
CJ. I don't know. I think they squad good, bro. They got CJ taking the ball out of Brandon Ingram. This nigga was dropping 8 dimes before CJ got there. Now he not passing the ball at all.
Hmm.
So, and point guard, I think as we see nowadays, bro, point guard, you don't got to be 6'2", 6'3" to be the point guard no more. This nigga, LeBron James, best point guard in the league. You see what
Hmm.
he doing. So I
But
don't even think
I'm
they.
saying like a point guard from the standpoint of okay, they're doubling Bi all over the place. I need somebody else that's gonna be able to give me some rim pressure and dump it off to a big or somebody that's an innate playmaker that can keep everybody together and nobody gets out of the rhythm, and as well as when they're off the floor. Like okay, so if you have just Zion out there with a bunch of bench guys, you need somebody to run sets for him because Zion. You can't just have Zion just run down the court and just force a post up like he's Giannis because he's not 7 feet tall.
But that's where he got CJ. You seen him 11 dimes. You know he make plays.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I think the Pelicans,
it's gonna be interesting to see though. You know,
yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I think they moving in the right direction. They just need Zion, their number one pick. But at the same
Zion
time,
Williamson, like
yeah,
Antonio Brown said, my boy Zion.
indeed, indeed. And they don't have a top pick this year. If they don't make the playoffs. So shit.
Yeah.
Pelicans going in the right direction.
Hey, hey, boy. This morning, this is all time. This morning, I rewatched Houston play Memphis. I'm gonna be watching a whole lot more Memphis going forward. That man down low is a problem, and I'm
You
interested
know,
to
you
see
talking about yeah,
this Jalen
college.
Duren. Oh my God,
Yeah, yeah. Just talking about the NBA. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
fool! That man is like
It's a big body.
a big body.
Mhm.
All right. So next trade, this is probably the most shocking trade happened on Tuesday. Um, I didn't know I tweeted this. Follow us on Twitter. Our ads are at the bottom of the screen if you're watching. You feel me? Ads are gonna be in the description on the podcast platform. Follow us, bro. But I was editing the Ja Morant video. If you didn't, keep plugging. If you didn't, go check that out. I was editing that video at the time, and I wasn't looking at my phone, obviously. So I finished editing like a segment, and I picked up my phone. First thing I see is like they chose Halliburton with like 10 questions. I mean, they did. I don't remember exactly what it said. It was like Halliburton, really, and it was like 10 question marks. I was like, what the fuck? What's happening? And I keep scrolling down, I'm like, what the fuck? So the Sacramento Kings traded Tyrese Halliburton, Buddy Hield, and Tristan Thompson to the Indiana Pacers for Domantas Sabonis, Justin Holiday, Jeremy Lamb, and a 2027 second round pick. Now, the reason why everybody was so shocked is not because like Tyrese Halliburton is like an all-star level player or nothing like that right now, but all the trade chatter was that they were looking to trade De'Aaron Fox. You know,
Kings had niggas right where they wanted.
they was going to trade De'Aaron Fox. People was calling about De'Aaron Fox, and to see a guy in the second year get traded like that's been so productive, it was shocking. But now that you got time to think about it and a chance to see them play, I love the trade for the Kings now because I'm gonna tell you why. Because now you have a direction that you're going in. And I was a big guy when they selected Davion Mitchell. Like, what the hell are you doing? You have 5 guards. What are you doing?
What time go?
You got like 5 point guards. Come on now. What are we doing? What are we doing here? And to clean up your guard room like that, and okay, these are the 2 guards that we're going with, 2 point guards going forward, and now we get somebody down low that's a proven player. Like you're not just finna get. You can't just draft a proven player. You can trade for a proven player, and that's what they did. And that combination from the 2 games that I watched, the game last night and the game against the Kings, they look good. The ball's moving around well. Domantas Sabonis is doing his thing. He's getting all the screen assists. He's throwing dimes. He's a physical presence down low, and a lot of the empty corner stuff him and De'Aaron Fox was doing last night was kind of cool.
You said the what they was doing last night?
Empty corner. So there was like at the beginning of the game against the Wizards, this was like a couple of times, like they did it 2 times in a row, where Domantas Sabonis would get the ball in the post, they would clear out the corner that he's in, and De'Aaron would come, and then he would come to that corner, and then Domantas would kind of, he had the ball, but he was facing this way, but he would kind of start walking forward, and it would go into a handoff, and De'Aaron would just catch it, dribble, pull up, like a short pull up jumper or a floater, and it worked 2 times in a row, and this stuff like that is just like, okay, I see the direction you're going in. And the ball movement with Sabonis out there is ridiculous. The ball's flying around. You're getting open shots. Harrison Barnes is going to eat off of that. Chimezie Metu ate in that Timberwolves game off of like all cuts and just playing off of Sabonis. So I really like that trade from the Kings side, even though it was kind of slandered when it first happened. And from the Pacers side, I like it a lot. I like it a lot, because not just with this trade, but a couple of the other trades that they made too. But we were saying after a certain point in the season, like, okay, it's time to blow this thing up. We need to find a new direction. And okay, we trade one of the guys that we had here for a young guy, a really young guy that showed promise and we can build going forward with. And as well as a guy like a Buddy Hield that can help you shooting, or you could use him as a trade piece in the offseason to get some more guys or get another pick or something like that and just build it going forward. So
Yeah,
that's what
that's
I
what I
think about it.
feel bad for. Hey, Buddy been trying to lead the Kings forever, and then sent the man to Indianapolis.
Hey man, better. Well, I'm gonna say it's better than Sacramento. I don't know. Um, but yeah, man, that's pretty much it with that one. What was your initial reaction to the trade?
I like it. I knew somebody on the Pacers had to go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they already got Karras out of there, so well, somebody had to go off Indianapolis, and it's the same with Sacramento. Somebody had to go off Sacramento too.
Yeah.
And I mean, Halliburton is good. Shit.
In his last game that he played with the Kings, he had 17 assists.
Is that with De'Aaron Fox or without De'Aaron?
It was without De'Aaron.
He was doing exactly what they needed him to do while De'Aaron Fox was gone. Yeah, you going bonkers. Sabonis is coming in. I mean, I like it for both. Halliburton, I know he was hurt, but it would be a better move for his career. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
what has the Kings ever really done?
Yeah.
And now the Kings can actually do something with Sabonis and Fox. So
The Fox and Alves.
Halliburton, yeah, and what's his name? Halliburton can be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
So a win-win trade for both teams.
We could talk about the other trade that the Pacers made that I really liked. They traded Torrey Craig for Jalen Smith. And in Indiana's first game, he hit like 4 threes in like the first half.
Who has Jalen Smith?
Indiana,
The, the
their
dude
big
from
room is crowded, but I mean, the talent is gonna win out. So you got Miles Turner, who I think they'll keep at this point now to pair with Halliburton. You got
no,
Goga Badate, Isaiah Jackson, and Jalen Smith.
and Torrey Craig's on the Suns.
Yeah, they got him back.
Suns trying to win the chip.
The Suns is, oh my goodness.
That's good for Jalen Smith though. He's gonna actually get some playing time now. So
For
that's
who?
good.
Jalen Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's still gonna be crowded, especially when Miles Turner come back. So it's gonna be interesting to see because the Pacers are going in a different direction. Whereas they're trying to figure out who they want to keep, and they just get like gathering talent to figure out. Okay, we want to keep him, we'll trade him, or we'll, you know. So,
Got faith in the Pacers. They usually do good in these type of situations.
and I got one more question for you for this trade. How do you feel about a Tyrese Halliburton and Chris Duarte backcourt going forward?
Yeah, that's gonna be icy. That's gonna be icy. I mean, Duarte is already 24.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Celtics is doing anything right. But this name already 24, 25.
Yeah.
He could play off the ball. Well,
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna say he is an off-ball guard. I don't know if he need that ball in his hands.
Nah, I don't think he needs the ball in his hands to be effective.
I don't know. Duarte look like a scorer to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. From first game, he shot 7 threes, or however many threes he shot.
But the thing I liked about that game, they were running. Like they were getting out and running. Like it
Yeah,
wasn't a whole lot of like slow down and run these all kind of sets. Well, they couldn't really do that because they got a whole bunch of new pieces. But they were getting the ball up and they was running, going up and down. So
yeah, they got a bunch of young guys. Gonna be
hmm
gonna be fun basketball in Indianapolis.
hopefully they can stop selling $1 tickets. Okay. On to the next trade. This includes the Sacramento Kings as well. It's a 4-team trade. The Kings, the Bucks, the Pistons, and the Clippers. The Clippers received Rodney Hood and Semi Ojeleye from the Bucks. The Pistons received Marvin Bagley from the Kings. The Bucks received Serge Ibaka and 2 second-round picks from the Clippers, and the Kings get Dante DiVincenzo, Trey Lyles, and Josh Jackson. This,
Josh Jackson, which one? The one when I was on the Pistons.
yeah. For this one, I like this. I like this trade again for the Kings because, okay, what were you bad at? Defense. What does Dante DiVincenzo provide? Alongside, just imagine a bench lineup coming off the bench of a lineup with Dante DiVincenzo and Davion Mitchell. They're gonna hound the shit out of your guards,
Right. That
and to only give up Marvin Bagley for that is I can respect it because Marvin Bagley wasn't playing anyway. Either he was hurt or he was in a doghouse or whatever it may have you. And he goes to Detroit, which is it's a better situation for him. Get a chance to play with
Yep.
Cade, be a
Yep.
lob threat, and see what he can do out there. So that should be fun. For the
Yep.
Bucks, they get Serge Ibaka. They need a center, but it looks like that trade is kind of hurting now because Pat Connaughton broke his hand,
Right.
and they kind of need another guard on the wing.
Yeah,
And,
Pat.
and the
And he
Clippers
broke
got
sign that
Rodney
boy
Hood.
Kyrie Evans.
Get Beasley or something. But they did. It did. Some reports say that not Sacramento, Milwaukee was looking to get what's his name, Goran Dragic. So that should be interesting to see.
I said the Lakers trying to get him too, huh?
Shit. Good luck. And the Clippers don't really care. They got Rodney Hood and Semi Ojeleye. But
Yeah, it's a
they
good pickup.
they got rid of some money and they got underneath the luxury tax cap. So it was pretty good for them.
Thursday I want to play if Paul George and what's his name wasn't gonna be playing? Kawhi.
Yeah.
Boy Serge chasing rings right now.
It's depending on what surgery you get because he's been having back problems and all that other stuff. So, depends on what you get. The next trade I want to talk about is the two trades concerning your Washington Wizards, my good fellow. The first trade that they did was, I guess, a salary dump. I have no idea. Montrezl Harrell was traded to the Charlotte Hornets for Ish Smith and Vernon Carey Jr. Now, if somebody told me this was the value of Montrezl Harrell on the trade market, I would probably laugh at you. But this is a thing that actually happened. So,
And he got a 1 year $6 million, $12 million deal from the Lakers. They playing with that man.
I, I mean, I like it for Charlotte, but it's just like, damn, that's all y'all got, Wizards.
Cool with that. It's just that when it's put that Wizards jersey on, he a dog.
He is. Ish
Yeah.
Smith is gonna forever be ingrained in my mind as a Wizard, even though he's played for like 13 or 12 teams.
Yeah, we try and get the chemistry. It's Smith probably a staple in the locker room. We try and get
Yeah.
right. I like that trade.
But the only thing is, like, with Vernon Carey Jr., I guess you can get him, but what are you gonna do with him? Because you got like four others and with two to three other big men that you're playing with: Thomas Bryant, Daniel Gafford, and we were talking about the other big that you just brought in another trade. This is like, okay.
That's cool. I'm a Vernon Carey guy. He's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
He just got to develop. So between him, Isaiah Todd, shit, we got a future. One of them should be a future guy, hopefully. So I'm play
Yes.
the long game with Vernon Carey.
Mm-hmm.
So I like that pickup too.
And I really like it for the Hornets side because
And
they've had a stretch as of recent where they couldn't put the ball in the basket, and Montrezl Harrell puts the ball in the basket. And even when Mason Plumlee comes off the floor, a pick and roll situation with LaMelo and Montrezl Harrell is going to be nasty.
yeah, they need a center bad.
And like you said, Montrezl is only on a 1 year deal. So it's like, okay, you can bring him in for the rest of the season, make this playoff push. Hopefully we can get in there, and then after that we can reevaluate it, maybe bring you back or try to actually get a defensive minded center going into next season.
And from North Carolina too. I forgot about that.
He's from Rocky Mount. My family, some of my family's from Rocky Mount too.
Yeah, and I really forgot he played with Terry Rozier at Louisville. That's a class.
Yes, that was a
That's a classic team right there. So I'm really excited to see what kind of shit they can get together.
that boy T-Row. That boy
He
T-Row.
looked like he the only one that showed up against y'all last night.
Well, no, they made a mad dash to come back. LaMelo had like 15 in the fourth quarter, and I think they ended up losing by 8 because once you get in the half court set, nobody can stay in front of John Morant and keep him out of the paint. So,
25 is over with for most teams.
oh, the Wizards made 3 trades. I forgot about this. Okay, next trade that the Wizards made: Aaron Holiday for cash consideration to the Phoenix Suns. Okay,
I didn't know we did that. Hey, that's bad.
get some money. I don't think Aaron Holiday is going to do a whole bunch for the Suns. He can learn from Chris Paul and from a playoff team and move going forward. 'Cause you never know.
Yeah, so we don't have. So who the fuck is our? So Ish Smith is really our point guard now. He's the starter.
That's why I'm.
Because who the? Why do we get rid of Aaron Holiday?
You can. I seen some portions of Denny Avdia playing point guard. Is that true?
I mean, yeah, he's definitely a primary ball handler because he can't fucking score. So you got to do something.
Okay.
But I fucks with Denny though, and
Yeah, I
if
like
Kispert
Denny a lot too.
if Kispert can ever finish a fucking layup, hey, Kispert would be really good.
Yeah.
He keep fucking smoking layups. I'm like, bro, you
It's kind
got
of
it.
weird now that you drafted Kispert because I, when you drafted him, you were thinking of him with this team in mind. But it's like now that you're doing something else, it's kind of weird. But
I don't know why we drafted Kispert to begin with, but we draft weird players, bro. Like why we got Denny, and like you said, we got threes. I mean, we got Rui, we got Kuz. I mean, Kispert. I mean, he's a knockdown shooter. He's definitely he's been playing pretty good.
yeah,
But like, what are we taking with the eighth pick?
nah, it was the 15th pick.
The 15th pick.
Yeah, just outside of lottery. Let me see who else was on the board just to give
Yeah.
them
You
try to
see
give
who?
them the benefit of the doubt. Bright ass screen, good lord. God damn. Okay, so you got Alperen Şengün, Trey
Bones
Murphy.
Island. What pick did Bones go?
Oh wait, okay, let me finish. Alperen Şengün was the next pick. Trey Murphy the third was after that. Trey Mann, Kai Jones, Jalen Johnson, Keon Johnson, Isaiah Jackson, Usman Garuba, Josh Christopher, Quentin Grimes. Then it was Bones and Cam, Jaden Springer, and then Dayron Sharp, Santi Aldama, guys like
Cam,
that.
who's Cam?
Cam Thomas.
Cam Thomas, and he's from the area. Like, I guess we don't need a two, but like we took the guy that's supposed to be the most NBA ready, I guess,
Yeah,
coming from Gonzaga. But
yeah.
how many guys we gonna take from Gonzaga? We
I mean, shit. You see how the other Gonzaga guys are rocking down there in Memphis.
who?
Brandon Clark and Killian Tilly.
Nah,
Well, I would say Brandon Clark because Brandon Clark's in the rotation. He's balling. Um, but
yeah, we don't
but
need no.
we're moving
Coach.
forward, moving forward, moving forward. The last trade that y'all made, the most confusing trade I've seen throughout the trade deadline. The Dallas Mavericks receive Spencer Dinwiddie and Davis Bertans for Kristaps Porzingis in the second round pick. Um,
So who is this trade confusing for?
I just didn't. What do you want Kristaps for? Was that the only place Spencer Dinwiddie could go?
We gotta try to keep this nigga Bradley Beal some way somehow. Like, that's the only that shit. I mean, as much as we gonna slander Kristaps Porzingis, he still.
I'm not gonna slander him. I'm more confused from the Dallas side than I am from the Wizards side.
That's why I asked. I said, who are you confused?
Like
I
what
mean, I seen that the win percentage with with Kristaps and Lucas, they said it was like 53, 59 or something like that. With Luca, it's 60. So shit, what we need Kristaps before we win just as many games, and he not playing, and they not clicking. You know they've been saying that for 2 3 years. They
yeah,
ain't been clicking how they supposed to be clicking.
but
So
it's like, damn, bro. I don't know. I don't know. I
you
have no
seen what he
idea.
did when he left? He dropped a 50.
But I'm saying though, like, what are the Mavericks gonna do with Spencer Dinwiddie though? What does he do? Does he go back to the role he had in Brooklyn where he comes off the bench and he just does whatever he wants to do?
Yeah, I mean, Luca just needs somebody that's gonna give him 10, 15 points. You see, he could, bro. He gonna put up. He gonna have you in the game most nights than not.
Mm-hmm.
So and then with Porzingis, he wasn't even there.
Yeah.
So Dinwiddie, he gonna be there. Dinwiddie give you 10 points. Brunson give you another 10, 15 points. I don't know. Fucks with it. Dinwiddie's not a bad player.
He's not. It's just that his teammates didn't like him,
Yeah.
and
So
he
he had to
wasn't
be
playing
starting.
well because coming off of an ACL, which is weird that people like. I guess they expected him to be like back to normal. I have no idea, but you can't be going out there scoring 2 and 4 points in multiple games. So I can respect it from that end too.
Yeah, I don't know. Dinwiddie just came into it. Our last two point guards is Russell Westbrook and John Wall.
Yeah.
And Spencer Dinwiddie got some big shoes to fill.
He definitely did.
He, he did not fill those, so well,
Okay.
that's unfortunate. He'll be all
Yes.
right though.
Yeah. Hopefully, I'm
Yeah,
I'm
this
I'm betting on him to bounce back though. So
yeah, this is last same. I'm betting on Chris has to bounce back. Man. I mean, what team? If you can't bounce back on the Wizards, shit. If you can't bounce back on the Wizards, nigga, you about to have a green light. You seen what Kuzma said? Kuzma had everybody on. If you want to do something on the Wizards, you got the ultimate green light.
you definitely do. Okay. Now moving from one Eastern Conference team to another, the Boston Celtics had a really good deal. They received Derek White from the San Antonio Spurs for Josh Richardson, Romeo Langford, and a first round pick protected 1 through 4, and a pick swap in 2028.
Who got the first pick? The Spurs got the first.
Yeah.
All right, that's what I say.
No. If the Celtics got a first round pick, that would be kind of wild. Um, I like this deal a lot. The Celtics are playing right now. Oh, they just won. They won by 10 against the Hawks. They just beat the Hawks.
Yep.
I don't know how many games in a row they won, or did they lose as of recent? Nah, I feel like they won like 9 games in a row as of right now. The Celtics are incredibly hot. They play like they play suffocating defense. They have two guys that, oh my god, bro, they're special. Okay, they're special, and I want to give myself a pound on the back because, like, maybe was it 3-4 weeks ago we talked about this. I was like, okay, Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown don't get a point guard. Let them figure this shit out. And it seems like they're figuring it out on the offensive end. Defensive end, Jason Tatum is a really good defender. Jaylen Brown's a really good defender. Marcus Smart is a great defender. And you bring in Derek White, who's another great defender. You still got Grant Williams, who is versatile as a defender, can guard bigs and wings. Robert Williams destroying stuff at the rim, and OG Al Horford being a great post defender and a solid rim protector.
Yep.
I'm really high on this team right now.
I think that's not what I think.
Who's their
Um,
point guard?
yeah, their defense. It's really been their defense though. On this winning streak, they said they're number one defensive team in the league. So
Mm-hmm.
that's really all they needed to get together was their defense. The offense going to find itself. When, like you said, you got two guys like that, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
I'm happy for the you Ume Udoka because
Mm-hmm.
he was about to get fired a month ago. At the end of the season,
Man,
his ass was about to be gone.
I
So I'm
don't know,
happy he
man. I
got
don't know
right.
if he was gonna get fired. It was year one, so I don't know about
Yeah,
that. But
Stevens was gonna give him the benefit of the doubt, but this team, if they didn't make the playoffs, bro, they was outside the top 10.
yeah, at one point in time, yeah, they were. Um,
Yeah.
but I like this a lot for San Antonio too, because you're okay. Their guard room is mad crowded because you got Dejounte Murray, you got at that time you had Derek White, Lonnie Walker, Josh Primo, and who else did they have as a guard that I'm blanking on? You still got Devin Vassell. Keldon Johnson's like a guard wing mix. So that's like six dudes. It's all young, and it's like okay,
Hope everybody bring that pedigree to the Celtics. 'Cause if he plays his ability, then he can be a big piece.
yeah, for sure. Um, but I'm excited for the Spurs because you're getting a guy like Josh Primo's getting his time to shine now. Devin Vassell, who I think is going to be really special um, in this league, he's getting more time to shine. And Spurs, hopefully they got some pieces moving forward, especially going into the draft, because they need some more players, some more talented players. You know, even though they're a solid team and they're just outside of the play-in, and they can still make the play-in if they make a run. So it's gonna be. I like the deal for both sides because you're getting rid of an older guy that's on a young team for.
With the team.
You know what I'm saying. Okay, now moving forward from that, we got a couple more trades we're gonna talk about. Okay, this is funny. The Celtics traded Dennis Schroeder and Ennis Freedom and Bruno Fernando for Daniel Tice back. Ennis Freedom got waived. Dennis Schroeder's probably going to get bought out, and I guess the Rockets can keep Bruno Fernando. They might waive him too. Um, it's only funny because like you keep getting Daniel Tice back.
And you see what they do with him. They compete with Daniel Tice on the team.
Mm-hmm.
But I like this trade line. This trade deadline, guys is getting players back that they know fit the team. Daniel Tice fit that team, bro. He feel like he's a staple in that locker room too. Like
Mm-hmm.
he one of the guys. I'm happy for him because I don't know what he was gonna do in Houston.
Okay.
That was just an ugly fit for him.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's kind of nasty. Okay. Now
Then Schroeder, he did it to himself.
we got a couple more that we're gonna talk about. That we're gonna shift into some other kind of topics surrounding the trade deadline. Now, coming down to the end, the Spurs was making moves. You know what I'm saying? They was making moves. They
Making other
traded
teams.
Thaddeus Young and Drew Eubanks, who got waived to Toronto, as well as a second round pick from Detroit to Toronto for Goran Dragic, who got bought out, and a 2022 first round pick and two second round picks. Now, I mean, this is kind of the same situation as Derek White. Young team, older guy, not playing, not really happy with his role, and you trade him to a team that doesn't really have too many useful bench players, and you get a guy that you're buying out. So it's essentially you just getting open salary, and you're getting a first round pick, two second round picks too. So I like that from San Antonio side. From Toronto side, it's gonna be. I don't know how Thaddeus Young is gonna fit, but we're gonna see. And they needed some more guys to come off the bench that are gonna be productive. So hopefully he can do that for them.
Yeah, like you said it, that boy. Like you said it, they need him. They don't got nobody on the bench besides Precious. Yeah, I don't even know if he come off the bench.
Now I'm pretty sure he starts.
Yeah, so they got Burke
Ken
and
Birch.
uh, Boucher.
Yeah.
And boy, Thaddeus can play the game. I like that pickup.
Mm-hmm.
He still got something left in the tank.
And speaking of bro, the Raptors before they lost last night, that run that they were going on was insane.
It is what it was. It was definitely willing.
Their defense is absolutely mind bending. Like the amount of guys that are like 6'7", 6'8", that are just in up or that are on their team that are versatile is just incredible. And Gary Trent was out there. Gary Trent's run was wild. 40 balls, 30 balls, all kind of stuff.
Yeah. But OG got to get up on that game winner yesterday.
Yeah. He didn't. I don't think he seen Jokic coming. He could have punched that.
Yeah, by the time he seen him, it
It
was
was too late.
He got that shit up
Give
out.
me that shit.
Yeah, Jokic just, bro, he doing it all, bro. And he scored most of their points at the end of the game, bro.
Mm-hmm. Is there any more trades I want to talk about? Do you want to talk about KZ Okpala going to OKC for a second round pick in 2026?
That name sounds familiar. He's on the Raptors.
Nah, he was on the Heat.
Yeah, so that name sounds familiar. But I do want to say shout out to the boy Aaron Wiggins.
Aaron Wiggins got a big contract extension. I seen it.
Shout out to the boy Aaron Wiggins.
You feel me? And I want to talk about OKC for a second because this trade deadline tells me one thing, especially with like a situation like Boston when they're trading first round picks for actual players, or Sacramento's trading first round picks or young players for actual established players. It kind of brings to mind that first round picks may be a little bit overrated when it comes to like assets, you know, because in the past it's like first round pick is king. You can't get outside of getting a star player. Nothing else you get back is better than a first round pick, and that's kind of deteriorated because, you know, first round picks don't always pan out, and most of the time they're young players. So you never
Not
know.
going to do nothing to do right now.
Now the reason why I want to bring up OKC is because within their time of tanking in the past, what has it been, 3 seasons or 2 seasons? I want to say 2.
Yeah. That's part of was in the playoffs 2 years ago.
Oh shit, yeah. Damn, I forgot about that. So with that, they've gotten some really good players like Shea obviously is our best player. You just drafted Josh Giddey, who's a really good player, another building block. Lou Dort has been balling. Um, Another guy like Darius Baisley, who seems to be like a guy that you'll keep around. He's not like any kind of like he's not like special, but he's a good player. He's a quality player that you'll keep around. He's shot
Yeah,
blocker, athletic. You know,
he
um,
only got 20, 21 too.
and then
If that.
like you said, Aaron Wiggins and guys like that. But with all the first round picks they have, it's like, okay, when do you decide that you're gonna have a direction and actually start building to try to win games? You know, because you can lose all you want to and have all
Yeah.
of these picks, but what if they don't pan out and you're just getting a whole bunch of just talent, but they're not developing because you don't have any veterans around, or you're not trying to win and bad habits get formed, and then you're just
Who's
like
the
in the
coach?
mud. Mark Dagnall. Um, I'm pretty sure he came from either San Antonio or Utah. I don't remember. But Mark Dagnall has been the coach for the past 2 seasons, I want to say. Um, but yeah, like I want to see them try to start taking steps towards actually trying to win games, as opposed to just like trying to lose games all the time. Because
Yeah.
even even they're gonna have a high first round pick this year. I'm thinking, from my perspective, they need a center. Go get a center. There's
They,
hella big
that's
men.
what they don't have. The only 7 footer they got is what the dude last name start with a
Poku,
P.
Poku.
Yeah, he's what, a small forward.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's like
so
190 pounds.
yeah, that's pretty bad. That's
Now,
pretty bad.
when I was watching, like, I'm bring this back to a point I made earlier. When I was watching the Memphis game, Epiphany, Jalen Duren.
You gotta say Memphis University. Every time you say Memphis, I'm thinking the Grizzlies.
Nah, I
University.
don't say Memphis when I'm watching the Grizzlies. I just have I'm watching the Grizzlies. I don't know what it
Yeah.
is. But when I say like a city or some shit like that, I'm thinking of the college because like Syracuse is the
Yeah.
city, in Purdue. Well, Purdue's not a city, um, but yeah, shit like that. But Jalen Duren, go get him to go pair with them guards. Go get him. Defensive presence, monster, lob threat can make. You know
Great pick.
what I'm saying? That would be excellent. I need to watch some more of him, like I said, but from what I've seen in the few games that I watched, oh my goodness, boy.
Yeah.
Um, and then you go get some more depth on the wings, get some veterans to help you, because I feel like veterans are probably one of the most underrated things about team building, because yes, they
Yeah.
make money, and yes, they may not play, but thing that veterans have over first round picks or just money is experience, right? And if you're experienced, you can give game to the younger fellas, and the younger fellas, if they make a mistake, they don't have to always hear from the coach, because after a point in time, it's gonna get annoying. So it's like, all right, come here, young fella, you gotta do this, this, and that. All right, you get it. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all go through it in practice or something like that, something of that nature. It's very valuable. So that's
Definitely
just
need an OG.
that's the kind of thing I'm looking for with OKC.
Yeah.
Orlando needs to bust a move pretty soon too on whatever the hell they're doing.
Yeah. And I got something to say about OKC too. I think
It is no
we're gonna
shade towards OKC. I mean, I don't have a problem with it, but it's just like at a certain point in time, you want to actually try to start winning because you have three or four building blocks already.
yeah. I think Shea keep getting hurt. It's really up to him whenever he take that next step because he could still get better.
Well,
He's not really.
he just sprained his ankle, but they're gonna be like, okay, we're gonna hold him out so he can lose some more games, kind of thing.
Yeah. So if that's the attitude, then Shea's gonna have to be the one that look. I'm tired of losing. Just like what De'Aaron Fox just said. I'm tired of losing. We need to do something. I honestly think it's gonna be the same situation. I think Giddy's gonna get traded in a couple years because he on the same type of time. Tyrese, they got they one in there too. Lou Dort and uh Shea.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless you're gonna put Giddy's a one.
Giddy, but so what I would say about Shea is I prefer Shea as I don't know because I've been watching Shea since like 2018, so it's like, damn, because
Seen him on the Clippers.
Shay's a point guard.
Yeah,
I'm
he's a
talking about at
point.
Kentucky. Like
I
going
mean,
back to Kentucky, where he was most
Clippers.
successful, pick and roll, being patient, doing that kind of thing.
The
But
Clippers. He
yeah,
was leading that team
I wouldn't say leading that team. It was kind
and
of
leading
like,
that team as a lead ball handler.
yeah,
He, He was getting buckets on that. They was mad they traded that boy. Shit.
They were. But yeah, it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because Trey Mann is on that team too, and Trey Mann is a different kind of shifty. Good lord.
Told you, bro. I been watching that, bro. I told you in high school, bro. That nigga. I
Good
didn't think he was gonna
lord.
come out like this.
That man is all kinds of shifty.
Trey Man is that, but he a bench player. At
Yeah.
least on
Well, at
OKC.
least yeah, because of their guard rotation. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
that. So, I don't know. Giddy seems like Giddy gonna get a lot of attention in the next couple of years. So
hmm
they might be able to get something for that.
like who? Just throwing it out there because we're talking hypotheticals anyway.
Yeah, it's too early to tell because this will be 2 years from now. But it's gonna have to be a, a 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah, because they need help on the wings.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
you never know though. You never know because sometimes with teams like that, it kind of helps you that you have multiple ball handlers. Because if you look at a situation, even though the players aren't all that similar, if you look at a situation like Utah, like with Mike Conley and Donovan Mitchell, they're the same size, and they do. And Mike Conley's more of a playmaker, like Josh Giddey's more of a playmaker, and I said Davion, Donovan Mitchell could flat out put up 40 a night if he really wanted to. And Shea is that kind of caliber of scorer. They're not the same kind of scorer because Donovan Mitchell is more explosive, but I can see Shea averaging damn near 30 a night because he can get to the paint whenever he wants. He has a crafty finishing craft. He can get to the line. He can shoot the three. So it's like that kind of thing could work. And you can put Lou Dort at the three because Lou Dort he looks like a muscle hamster.
Was a tank.
You know what I'm saying? So
Uh,
that kind of thing can work. But
yeah.
the league is getting hyper competitive, and these teams and the way that team building is going, especially with the breakup of the big three that we just seen in Brooklyn, the league is hyper competitive right now, and
Yeah.
if the league is hyper competitive, there's so much more opportunity for every team to make money if everybody's competitive rather than just being in OKC when there's probably like 30 fans or something like not 30 literally, but you know what I'm saying, when there's not a lot of fans in the arena, it's not sold out every night like a team that's up there like a Boston or a Philly or somewhere like that. Even though I just compare small market to big market, if you want to do Milwaukee, you know what I'm saying, or a team like I'm blanking on team names right now.
My shit froze, bro.
What you mean?
Like my screen.
No.
Or that shit froze on my end, but fuck it, be good.
As long as that red button's still going, we good.
OKC fans like that, bro. They got one of the best fan groups in the league.
Yeah, they do. Another team I'm kind of concerned with going into the future is the Rockets. Don't know what the hell they're doing. Nah, he's frozen. Great. Okay. He froze after 20 seconds after he said his screen was frozen. So we were talking about teams that need to kind of like, I don't know what you're doing. I'm talking about Houston. I'm a bit concerned, not with like Jalen Green or nothing like that. That's fine. He's gonna struggle, but he'll get better. But the whole program going on down there.
They do a lot of complaining over there.
I wouldn't even say that. It's
At
just
them
like
refs, that's all they do is complain at the refs.
it's just like I don't know what direction the rebuild is going in. I mean, obviously it's a rebuild, so you don't know exactly what you're doing. But I feel like if you're gonna go into a rebuild, you should have an idea or a vision, and I don't know what they're doing. It seems like it's just like the cookie cutter like rebuild, gather talent and move from there. So I don't know. It don't look good though.
Hey, it's hard to bounce back from a guy like James Harden.
Yeah, it definitely is. Um,
It's only been 1 year or two. Gotta give him.
I know, but it's just some
Gotta,
stuff. It's some stuff that I just don't have a good feeling about. You know.
yeah, I don't like the vibe of the team. Like I said, every time I turn them on, they talking to the rest. How you talking to the rest? You only got 20 wins.
Hey man,
Your best player on the team's Christian
equality,
Wood.
equality, man.
Bro, you can't. Gotta earn that against the refs.
Equality,
Complaining,
man.
complaining to the refs ain't gonna get you nowhere
Hmm.
unless you LeBron James,
That's true. That's true.
Stephen Curry, Kevin Durant, Kyrie, Chris Paul.
Okay.
They don't got none of them, and they got the rookie head coach.
I don't know, man. It's weird. It's weird. Um, what else? What else?
They
What else?
competing though,
You said what?
so you can't say they're not competing.
You know who's been their best rookie as of late? My guy.
Christopher,
Who?
Christopher,
My boy Jacob. Yes, sir.
sir.
Sirski.
Yeah, yeah, turn it up. It ain't nothing but opportunity.
For sure. Um, it was a bit weird because the last time I watched them, they were playing the Spurs, and in the first half it was mad competitive, and Kevin Porter Jr. was apparently sick, and he was like throwing up in the locker room, and he didn't play for the rest of the game. He didn't come out of the locker room in the second half, and they ended up losing by like 30. They got blitzed in like the first 5 minutes of the third quarter, and the game was over after that point. That was like a week ago, and haven't watched them since. So, um, no, I'm lying. I did watch a little bit of them when they played the Raptors, but the Raptors just play insane defense, so they didn't have really a chance.
Fucking with the Raptors first half.
Hmm.
That's just that type of team. They don't. The NBA.
That is the NBA. Um, what else can we talk about, man? Let's see. Let's find something real quick. Oh yeah, let's talk about the Lakers for a second. Um, you think they gonna make the playoffs?
The Lakers gonna make the playoff.
Okay. Okay.
Lakers gonna make the playoff.
Okay. Okay.
They might go home first round if they don't get out there. I don't know. As we saw yesterday, they can play with the Warriors.
Uh,
It's just is they going like
can they beat them?
yeah? Can they beat the Warriors? They can play with the Warriors. So
Um,
Warriors don't got their full team yet either. Though, so
I still don't have Draymond yet. We're back.
why is
Um, that is true. But you know who stepped up last night, though, right? My boy JK. Shout out to JK. I can give my man JK a round of applause. That boy been balling.
he's gonna be a star in the next 2 years.
Balling.
He's gonna
And
be a
I'm
star.
pretty sure we talked about this before, but it's still weird to me to think that not Josh, that Jonathan Kuminga is more useful with the Warriors than Moses Moody is. And it's not a slight to Moses Moody because he's still useful and he's still productive. But the level that Jonathan Kuminga is producing at this point in his development is kind of insane to me.
Yeah, it is. I didn't know he only played like 8 games in the G League. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because he
But
hurt his knee. So he didn't
but
play too many
yeah,
games. But in the
but it
games
is.
he
I mean,
played, he was doing the same shit that he's doing now. But he just wasn't playing center.
he's doing the same shit in high school. He's a energy guy.
He is an athletic. He is an athletic freak, bro. Good
I don't
lord.
know. Yeah, I feel like you should know uh why Moses not he not. That's the Splash Brothers team. He a Splash Brother,
No, what
but
I'm
he not.
saying is, I was thinking that Moses Moody was gonna get more playing time with Jonathan Kuminga, but it just kind of flipped. But like I said, it's nothing. It has nothing to do with like Moses Moody being trash. He's still good, but it's just like kind of like okay, I didn't expect that to happen, but but yeah, that's what it
I
is.
mean, got the opportunity right now.
He
Moody got
definitely
sit
does.
behind Poole, GP,
ARD, Damian Lee.
Damian Lee.
So yeah, I get what you're saying, my guy. I understand. I got you. I got you. Um, was there anything else we want to talk about, man? Before we get on out of here, I can't talk to that. Before we get on up out of here, nothing really. Um, yeah, man.
Shout out. They got the Olympics on right now. I should be watching that. I ain't even watched the Olympics
I
yet.
ain't watched a lick of the Olympics. I ain't give a flying you know what, man. Um, okay, let's do one more hypothetical before we get on out of here, cause um, I've been watching college basketball a lot recently. If you, I'm just gonna throw out a random team that's in that mix, and if you had the first pick, who would you put on that team? All right, so you got to pick somebody for me, and I'll pick somebody for you. Now I'm gonna go first. Now, with the first pick in the 2022 NBA draft, the Orlando Magic select who? Out of all the top guys, because you think you got Chet, Paolo, Jabari, Jaden Ivey, Johnny Davis, um, AJ Griffin, guys like that.
Yeah, probably Chet. Still don't got a certified big man.
Okay, okay, okay. Um, hmm, that's a good question. That's a great question. I don't know who I would pick for Orlando because like their guards and their bigs are extremely crowded.
Yeah.
Cause like you still
Feel like
got
they got the three now.
yeah, but they don't have a like a I don't know because guys can play multiple roles and guys are so versatile. I feel like I'd probably shock the world, but I'd probably get AJ Griffin. Cause
Number one.
yeah,
Sheesh.
I mean, if I'm
I ain't with
Orlando, because it's like okay, I mean if you want to go Chet, that's perfectly fine, but it's like okay, what do we do with Wendell Carter now? Okay, what do we do with Mobamba now? Okay, what do we do with that and everything like that?
haven't really watched AJ Griffin play like that. So I can't. I just ain't know he was the number one prospect.
But
That's why I said it like
well,
that.
I'm not saying he's number one. He's definitely like top five, top six.
Yeah.
Like after the first four that's
He
been
was
solidified, he's probably number five.
he is a freshman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
from
he
New
was
York.
top five, top 10 guy last year.
From New York.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Um, you got a team for me?
Who was it? Houston and who's the other option?
You got Houston, OKC, New Orleans maybe if they don't make the playoffs. Portland maybe, Detroit, Indiana, the Knicks, possibly the Wizards,
So for you Detroit, who
San
you pick?
Antonio, Detroit. Uh, I'd probably go with Chet. Yeah, I'll go with Chet, just because like I feel like he's the best defensive prospect and he's versatile enough on offense where he can hit a trail three or he can be a lob threat and finish lobs and he's skinny but he's physical, you
Yeah.
know. So that's
You got Bowl over there now, huh?
Bowl is in Orlando.
Orlando.
That's one of the trades we didn't talk about because it was just like they just traded him for money, so the Celtics got more money. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it for this episode, fellas, ladies, gentlemen, aliens, Homo sapiens, everything. Um, that's it for this episode of the Cozy Corner, man.
Yeah.
We're gonna be back next week to talk about more things. All Star Weekend is next week, so basketball, the NBA stops on Thursday, I think. Yeah, they stop on Thursday. So next week's episode might be more so tilted towards college basketball. We're gonna talk about the Super Bowl, things like that. But until next time, folks, stay cozy, man.